we have our representative from Carriacou here with us this morning to talk about the Shakespeare Mass. And good morning, sir, and how are you doing?
I'm okay.
You okay? Let's start from the very beginning. What is the Shakespeare Mass, right? For those out there who don't know.
Yeah, Shakespeare Mass. Shakespeare is history, you know, and the mass part of it, we perform Shakespeare in a different way. You know, it's like the poems and stuff like that.
So from William Shakespeare, his poems, you'll perform it in a kind of mass form.
And Julius Caesar, and that's what makes it so unique, because I think right now we're the only people that perform Shakespeare in that way.
So when you say in that way, give me a little more of a graphic description on what way this is.
With the whole outfit, you know, the way we dress, and with the whips, what you call a bull, you know.
Whips.
If you're there on the day, you'll find it what should I say, it's different. It's just different. When you go to a concert, you see the people doing Shakespeare Mass with the robes and stuff like that. Julius Caesar and them used to be back in the days, but now we take that out of it and kind of bring it to a Caribbean thing.
Okay.
Many colors and stuff like that.
Nice.
You know, the whole outfit. It's very nice.
Okay.
So that's where the mass come in. Shakespeare Mass. Yeah, it's just normal Shakespeare, but it's just performed in a different way.
It's normal Shakespeare, but with a Caribbean
thing
twist.
Yep.
All right, good. So, and you're a performer, yes?
Yeah, I've been in Shakespeare Mass for I think it's like 10 years. Well, 8 years now.
8 years. So yeah, seasoned Shakespeare.
Exactly.
Shakespearean.
Yep. Matter of fact, I started since I was like in high school, and you know, with that them kind of thing, you always find like elderly people trying to encourage the younger ones to join in. They never had to do that with me.
Right.
I just see it wise, because the older guys was getting old.
So I need for fresh blood.
They're dropping out because of the, you know, might have little inabilities, you know, disabilities and stuff like that.
Right.
I got a friend with me, and we went, and it wasn't bad. You know, you're young and everybody want to see the young guys, what the young people and thing. So that kind of boosts you up a little bit to go on more with the thing. And I try to like get more people to join in, because it's like stages. When some gone, the others there to come up to continue it.
Right.
You know, and some of the older guys told me that they was playing since I was very, very young and thing. So my confidence was built from that. Okay. And continue until now, and hopefully I want to be one of the greatest Shakespearean from Carriacou.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, a second ago, you were saying that you managed to influence other younger people to join in with you, and we have one of your friends here with us this morning, right?
Yeah, man.
All right. So when you were the one that actually came forward because you saw a need for fresh blood.
Yeah.
What about them? You know, you had to twist the arm for them to join in, or they came willingly as well?
I'll tell you what, he's from a different village from me. He's from a different group.
Well, let's introduce. Yeah. Okay, making sure everybody's seated and nice in the show. Okay, good. Who's from a different village here? Morning.
Morning, sir.
Welcome to Daybreak. Alright, so tell us who you are and where you're from. Which village you're from?
I'm from Montreal.
Montreal and Carriacou. Yeah. Okay, good. So now you're telling a story. You're telling a story how you twisted his arm and got him in.
Yeah. I could only talk about the people around me from my village, my friends. I can't talk about him because I didn't know when he was coming. I only saw him. He came after me. Okay. But I saw him one day, you know, in the thing. I was like, what? I said, boy, I'm happy to see you. I mean, it's good. I don't know if it's like I influence him or somebody else around my category influence him, but it was good to see that the other village have young people that, you know, actually join in anything. So that was good. I was very happy to see that.
All right.
And after that, me and him kind of, you know, buck up a little, and every Tuesday morning we meet up, and after that we never stop. We kind of like take it to different cultural whatever they're having to display it more, because it's been fading for a lot of years.
It's been fading.
Yeah.
And you think right now there's been a bit of a resurgence of the
we
mass.
We need to bring it back, man. A lot of people ain't careless about the thing. They're not supporting anything. A lot of the older people is not sharing the knowledge with the younger people, and that is bad. Because a lot of things I don't know, and when I they always go on the radio and say, the young Shakespeare, and then this and then that and whatever. But what are they doing to fix that? They're not coming forward and say, let's just have a meet. I'll explain this way, that way. We can't just know just like that. Right. You have to tell us. Right. You know, we never know it before, and we don't have an idea of what you're talking about. Only time we hear it is when they go on a program on the radio and just talk like we're ignorant to the thing, and that is wrong. Right. You know?
And you say it's wrong, and neither is it true, because you say like you come forward and want to be part of it. Okay, so tell us about your experience with the Shakespeare Mass.
Well, I don't have much experience. I was in the Shakespeare Mass it's gonna make it the fourth.
Okay. Fourth year.
Well, you're going very well for me so far. I learn a lot of new things. Well, you have more developed person in it, up my side. Yeah, man, people used to pay 40 years for the two and them around it.
40 years,
yeah. And they are always with we, anywhere we go, the food behind me. Showing us the steps and how to come about doing it. Yeah, I guess I learned a lot from them.
Right.
It was good.
So how's the preparation going for this year's carnival?
For this year, I ain't good in the book as yet.
In the book?
Yeah, in the book as yet. But it take me long to learn a speech. I learn 2 long speech. We could take one speech take about 3 minutes. I learn 2 of that. There is a lot. And plus what I have from the following years. Yeah, so I just read what I have the new speech. Yeah.
Let me ask my co-host here. Have you ever seen the Shakespeare Mass?
Well, I saw them yesterday at the National Stadium, but I also saw, a few clips from, television from the years go by. But what I'd want to ask them, we want to highlight the Shakespeareans here. How is the winner decided in the Shakespeare Mass?
The winner?
It's not like that competition. It's a display of culture. And also there's how am I going to explain this to you?
Try.
A group from, back then there are different groups, Shakespeare groups from different parts of the island, who would leave from their village, like for example on the south side, and come and meet with Brunswick. That's where I used to live in Central. And they have the veterans in the Shakespeare. The guys would just bring out the thing more word for word, just like how it's written.
Right.
And it's kind of like question for answer kind of thing. So like say that's the challenge there, and a lot of people won't get that because maybe they're not familiar with Shakespeare. So you're just hearing people saying a banger who was just popping out, and you have no idea of what's really going on. So the people, the group that would stand out best with their how am I gonna say it, with their quotes, their words, their question, their answers and stuff like that. They are the ones you declare winner of that meet. And it's not official. It's not like you go up and say, the winner of this Shakespeare, So it's like a thing with the people who is performing the Shakespeare Mass and the close people around them, like the
spectators.
Alright, so the
people that really understand the thing.
Okay.
So if you come as a foreigner, a visitor, you wouldn't get it like that.
You get like
you have to like sit with someone that they really explain it to you, or while their proceedings, so they could let you know, well, yo, this is that's what's going on or whatever,
right?
And you kind of pick up from there.
So I mean, you've been saying you've been using the word Shakespeare. Is there any particular Shakespeare play or something that you use, or is just a lot of them? Or tell me what it is you're
yeah, well, what we've been having is like a lot of different groups have different books, and it all boils down to the same thing. So whenever someone start with what unfamiliar book, you try to relate to them with that something you might know from before. So you say people learn by ear. Okay. You might not get what you've been saying by reading it. You never read it before, but you keep hearing it over and over.
So then you learn it.
And then someone might come up and ask you something, and then you remember, I hear this man ask that man a question one year, and that just click back in your head. And it's very amazing to know that. Since I started off reading Shakespeare back then, I didn't have to go in the book to like cram nothing again from what I read before. That's there and it's there. If I try to like do it on a normal way, just like that, just go line by line, I might make a mistake, I might stumble. But on that day, you can't make a mistake, you can't stumble, you can't. It just fits in your head. Because there's a guy who does stumble real bad.
Yeah, he stammers, huh?
Yeah, he stammers. And he could say Shakespeare Mass without, sleeping a word. Okay, he don't stammer. He's just like a guy who does stammer singing.
Right.
They don't stammer when they're singing.
Right.
Just like that.
So you're saying that the Shakespeare Mass brings the best out of people as well.
Yeah.
It sounds interesting with the whole informal learning process and everything, to say that sometimes you don't even have to go in the book. Just from hearing it over and over, you learn it. I'd like to see some of the Shakespeare Mass. Just when does this take place in the Carriacou Carnival?
On Tuesday morning.
Tuesday morning?
About Tuesday, yeah.
Is it that early morning thing? Like?
Nah, it starts about, let's say like 8 o'clock.
That's on the 20th.
21st.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Yes.
Around 8 o'clock you might have like the first 2 people out there. And then by 9 o'clock you get bigger, because sometimes you can have late setbacks because of guys having difficulties sorting out themselves and things, and someone have to dress you.
Right.
Normally you have to put up your stuff for you.
Right.
Well, I think the best way for us to really capture the Shakespeare Mass is for us to see you guys do it. So I know you brought your costume, so can we have you just make a quick change and give us a little something? Yeah? Great.
I see something kind of scary coming towards me right now. Ladies and gentlemen, our Carriacou Shakespeare Mass performers. Look at that. Gentlemen, y'all go ahead and do your thing. Get into it right away.
Friends, Roman countrymen, lend me your ears.
Brave.
I come here to bury Caesar, but not to praise him.
Brave.
For the evil that men do lives after them.
Brave.
The good is often torn with their bones.
Brave.
So let it be with Caesar, the noble Brutus.
Brave.
I told you Caesar was ambitious.
Brave.
If it weren't so, it was a grievous thought. And grievously had Caesar answered it.
Brave.
Here under live Brutus and the rest.
Brave.
For Brutus is an honorable man.
Brave.
So are they all honorable men.
Brave.
Come to speak in Caesar's funeral.
Brave.
He was my friend, faithful and just to me.
Brave.
Yet Brutus said he was ambitious.
Brave.
And Brutus was an honorable man.
Brave. Oh, I have. When you have heard what I can say, I know it now. The signet have concluded to give this day a crown to Caesar.
Brave boy.
If you shall send your words, your word will not complete.
Brave.
A common slave you know well by sight.
Brave.
Help of his left hand with its flames and burns like 20 Turkish joints.
Brave.
And yet the hands not sensible of fire.
Brave.
Remain unscorched. I have not since put up my sword against a capital.
Brave.
Where I went up to Caesar home and defeat all my title and all my battle. I shall not fall on my knees, I shall stand and hear each and every word that Caesar contains up in my temple.
My name is hot guinea pepper to God oppressor. Came from a grave with many snakes, lions and tigers. Never yet get touched by one. Wherefore rejoice, what conquest brings you home? What tributaries followed you to Rome? To grace in his captive bones his chariot wheels. You broke your stone, you worse than a senseless thing. Or you had heart to cruel men of Rome. Have you not pumping many a times oft? Have you not climbed up to walls and battlements? To towers and windows, you to chimney tops? You're in front in your arms, I know gosh they have sat. You live long days with great patient expectations. To see the great Pompey pass the street of Rome. And when you saw his chariot brought up here, have you not made a universal shout? Come trembles underneath the banks. Hear the implications of the songs made by the concave shoe. And do you know put on your best attire? And do you know call out your holidays? And do you know street flowers in his way? Then come and try and pop as Pompey's blood begun. Run to your house. Fall upon your knees. Pray to your God to intermit the plagues. Go, God, good countrymen. And as for this fault, assemble all the poor men of your sort. Draw them timber banks and whip their tears until the lowest channels. Do kiss the most exciting shows of all.
Oh, Caesar. Oh, Mark Antony. Oh, Brutus. Oh, Novel. Go down on your knees and answer my call. Answer any time and walk up into your temple. Give me each and everything that Caesar did. Each and everything that Mark Antony did. I have not since put up my soul. I fallen down on my knees and wait for you I cried. Answer all every words I told you. Remember when we went to the battle, what did happen? Oh, Caesar. Oh, Brutus. Come home. Come and answer all my call. Answer all my call. Answer all my call that Caesar and Brutus told you.
Now, Antony, your hopes are answered. You said that the enemies would not come down but keep the hills and upper regions. It proved not so. Their battles are at hands. They mean to warn us in Philip is here. Answer me before we do demand of them.
Brave. Oh, well, I know. I know everything that complete. I know everything that take place. Oh, Caesar. Oh, Brutus. Come home, come home. Come home, Caesar.
All right. Woo! No.
Quite a display. That was quite a display. I mean, you guys look like you're getting really hyped up in there. You know, you're feeling it. I can really feel the passion in your voices. I could tell you enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah, you have to bring out the energy so people could, you know, it captures your attention. You don't want to look anywhere else because you feel like you might miss something. So
Right.
Yeah.
How long does a Shakespeare Mass usually go on for? How many hours or?
Well, normally we go from like 9 in the morning to like midday.
Okay.
Or about.
Nice,
And
nice.
it gives everybody a chance to come and display what they have in them and stuff like that.
Let's talk about the costume. I know since you have a whip in your hand, you know, is it used for anything in particular, or?
Yeah, well,
I hope things don't get violent here, you know.
We were supposed to have what you call a crown on the back, but we didn't put it on.
Okay.
Right. So yeah, it's more for the display,
For the display.
normally that does get out of hand sometimes because the bit of aggression time after time. I have a few cuts on my wrist from violent act
in the Shakespeare Mass.
Yeah, it gets out of hand sometimes. Back then it used to be like that because people, those older men used to like come for revenge. Something happened 1 year ago, they might like hit somebody across the face like that or boot them in the head, but them and bust up their lips, something like that. People playing with weapons and stuff, but that faded. The bell and stuff, they stick the bell, sharpen the edges of the bell to cut you in the center of your nose and your eye, like here. So back then it used to be like that. That's why people are so scared about the Shakespeare. But that part of it kind of gone. Okay. When I started, it was like that still, and I stand out like a little soldier. You know, and now I'm big. I'm tall enough to stand up to the taller guys. So yeah, that kind of gone away a bit. So when you see the little tapping on the crown, that is more for the display.
Right.
If it get real aggressive, you know that's a fight going on there.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah.
So I'm thankful that the violent aspects of it has really faded away now. You know,
I'm
keeping it a bit safe. And good. So when you guys go on Delroy, you have your community behind you, I'm guessing, backing you up. The whole amount Royal has come down?
Yes.
Yeah?
whole spectators.
Alright.
Very plenty.
Good.
Well, I know Aaron and I will definitely be spectators this year, so we're going to be cheering you on.
It's gonna be your first time.
It's going to be my first time for Carriacou Carnival.
Mine as well.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Mine as well. No, I mean, it was just 2 of you guys, and this thing was intense. I could imagine with the full show how much is gonna. I don't think I couldn't take my eyes off of y'all here. No, so I can imagine when the actual show on. Forget that.
It's gonna be good.
Don't get scared
Great
though.
stuff. Don't get scared.
No, don't
You
get
sure?
People get scared and run away. They want to see what's going on. So
Okay.
I think we should eye the costume. I'm looking down now. I noticed there's a kind of skirt thing going on here.
Make
They call it up.
A petticoat, yes. It looks like the Bel Air petticoat.
Make a twirl so they get make a turn so the
let's
folks
see
at
it,
home
let's
can
see
see the entire costume. Right? Turn around, let them see.
And I noticed you have some bells as well, kind of like the short knee bells, yeah?
Wulu, yeah.
Bulu, you
was it
call
called?
it?
Wulu, that's
Wulu,
on
okay.
shaggy clothes, and you have the mirrors and stuff like that.
Yeah, mirrors. All right, good.
Mine is incomplete. Right
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Yeah, I normally takes it off so it won't be damaged when I fold it up and stuff like that.
Okay, nice.
Right.
Yeah, and my heart's supposed to be black.
They have a black
Is there
heart.
significance to that? Is there significance of the black
Well,
heart?
I'm not certain.
I think-
It's just that, yeah.
I think they know what's the meaning. Whosoever making
Yeah,
the
there's-
clothes, the costume, they know what's the meaning. Why
Right.
is it in that color?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And I
Well,
noticed there's patches, different patches of material here and there that are
Yep.
sewn together and making this lovely costume. They have the mask as well, a head tie. You say there's the crown as well
to go on top of that.
to
So
top it off.
it's
lovely.
very nice.
great
colorful.
display, guys. So
Yeah.
once again, we want to thank you for coming on Daybreak and giving those who haven't seen, such as myself, a little taste of the Shakespeare mass, and hopefully that opens their appetite to come and have some more. So thank you very much for coming on the show.
Yeah, I want to
Thank you very
remind
much.
everybody in Grenada, just like you too, take the chance, take the time out to come and experience it. I mean, it's a small place, but we have a lot to offer.
Right.
Yeah, we have a lot up there. So
So hear that? The seeking support. Come up and look at them and participate in the Carriacou Carnival. And of course, the Shakespeare Mass is something not to be missed. Tuesday morning. So even if you party hard Monday night, wake up early in the morning and go and take in some Shakespeare Mass, alright?
yeah,
Alright, well thank you very much, gentlemen.
you're welcome.